We are looking at a high of 82 today. Wow. This maple is looking really good here after I trimmed it back and it came out. And look at the pretty flocks. Another sign that it's Easter time, spring in Carolina. Come on, buddy. I know. Let's go to the other side. Come on. Follow Mom. He comes. Every once in a while I have to pick him up. Not usually. Come on, buddy. Come on, bud. Good boy. Good boy. We get to go on a road trip today to the grocery store. Our farmer is meeting us at Whole Foods Cary with some stuff from the farm. Some pastured pork and other things. And so we got to go meet her. First off, let me say again that it is just a gorgeous day out here. So if we were going to get to take a drive, this is the kind of sky I want for our drive. And we are taking the back way up to Holly Springs and then up to Cary. So yeah, we're going to the Whole Foods that I normally go to with Michelle on Tuesdays, except for this is our, I think, fourth. It's at least our third Tuesday without us getting to go do our shopping. Sad days, but healthy, so has to be done. And here is my handsome chauffeur this morning. Does it feel good to be driving out in Ruby, Donnie?
Yeah, it does. This is the first time I've drove her since the big crackdown. When was that, like 2 weeks, a week and a half ago?
Yeah, when they were, right, it was a bigger crackdown than the original crackdown. We stopped going out for our nightly drive because, yeah, technically we can go to parks, but for walking, and parks are closed at night, so being out after dark is a little like, where when the grocery stores are closed, where would you really be at that point? So that's why we haven't been driving at night like we were.
Yeah, well, that alert was Ruby. There's a pothole that I moved over to the far right, which crossed the white line. And when I crossed over the white line, she thought I was running off the road. She doesn't know that I was trying to avoid this humongous pothole. I couldn't move over to the left because those cars were coming.
Right, I heard her screeching at you. I looked over and I saw the red. Well, that was good that she noticed, though. Right. That's working, that she knows you deviated from the lane and tried to let you know. She tried to let me know that I was running off the road, but I wasn't running off the road. I was very carefully cutting it. So I am going to go into Whole Foods, and we have had, and Dawn has had for a long time, one N95 mask. So I am going to wear that. We have nitrile gloves, and we also have wraparound safety glasses. So I told Dawn he wanted to go in the store instead of me, but look, I know what we need. I know exactly where it is. I can be in and out of there in 20 minutes, I think. So I'm gonna quote unquote suit up and go in, and Dawn's gonna be the one touching the steering wheel and the center console and the trunk release and all of that stuff, so that I won't get, have the chance of getting any virus in Ruby. I don't want to have to worry about when I'm touching my steering wheel if there's any virus on the steering wheel. So Dawn's responsible for Ruby and I'm responsible for stuff. And that's always convenient when big trucks pull out in front of you, make you slow down. And yeah,
but he's turning up,
and he's turning. Well, that's good. We don't want him kicking up rocks, so by all means, please turn after you made us stop for you, because, there's a whole lot of traffic behind us not. So PetSmart has a thing where you can pull up, call the number for the store, press 0, and someone will bring out what you ordered online. What I wanted to order wasn't online, so I called the store. She walked back to the shelf. She says we've got it. She punched in my credit card number while I was still on the phone. I paid for it. The cat food I want to get is at register 3, so we'll be able to pull up on our way home, Press Zero, you know, call Press Zero and have them bring it out. And basically trying to get enough stuff today so we're good again for another 3 weeks. That would be my goal. Between the meat coming from the farm, I called ahead to Whole Foods and they have some meat ready for me when I walk in the store, so I don't have to order it, wait, blah, blah, blah. And what we have coming from Butcher Box. We really ought to be able to stock up. Like, this is our one trip for 3 weeks. I really don't understand this whole supply chain thing where basically they were making it so folks were having to go either intentionally or not intentionally, store to store, multiple stores in one day, or keep going every 4 or 5 days to try to get stuff. I realize funds might be a problem to stock up for some, but in a lot of cases folks could easily get let's say 2 weeks worth of stuff and not have to go back, but there was limits. Someone was trying to buy milk in Fuquay for a family of 5 the other day, and they told her she can only have 2 gallons, and she's like, well, regularly when we come to the store we buy 4 gallons of milk, and we're hearing stories about milk being dumped because they can't get it. You know, buying habits have changed. So what's the deal? And I guess they did let her through, but it was kind of upsetting for her trying to get the milk that she normally buys. So anyway, fingers crossed today I can get in and get out, get what we need so we don't have to go again anytime soon. Yeah, wow, the traffic out here today, it really does seem to be normal 12:30 in the afternoon lunchtime traffic. But you know, it's not for me to really critique why other people are and aren't out here, because I don't know why they're out here. And you know, I'm not trying to police other people. I'm just commenting that the traffic seems normal to me today, and let's just leave it there, because I've seen some really rude stuff on the local Fuquay Facebook pages about people critiquing other people, everything to how many cars you got parked at your yard, are you having a party, to you're walking with your family down the street, that's not okay, which it is. You know, one lady posted a picture of 4 cars in her front yard and said, look, we are not having a party. This is the normal number of cars that are normally parked at our house. We have 4 drivers here and 4 cars, and leave us alone. So I don't want to be part of that critiquing other people. I've just assumed these people are out here for a reason. And driving around in your car is not contaminating people. So it's where you get out, and if you congregate when you do get out, that's really the problem, is people want to drive. I know that the Fuquay Police Department was saying, hey, we need less accidents because we don't want to be responding to accidents, because that could contaminate us. So the less driving you do, the less chance of accident, the better, the safer for us. So I do totally get that. Although hopefully around town where the speed limit's 25, we're not having injury accidents. All right, so here I am. I can't wear my reading glasses under this style, safety glasses. And even though we wrap my phone in saran wrap so I could do something with it if I wanted to, I told Dawn to assume it's radio silence while I'm in there, because other than to possibly snap a picture, I can't possibly read my phone without holding it 4 feet away. And yeah, this is really comfortable knot. It's I think it's good to have to wear it for 30 minutes here, because it gives you a feeling for what those poor healthcare workers are having to do for 12-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts, and how hard it is.
Well, I'm glad my paint masks work for you. I got that when I was doing some painting.
Yeah, like I said, we have one and we've had it for years, and why not use it?
Well, yeah, it's a 3-pack. I bought a 3-pack and I've used the other 2, and I just hadn't gotten around to using that one. I threw the other ones away years ago. I mean, I'm serious, that's got to be 10 years old.
Yeah, besides, we're going to go around behind back. Besides my phone, which rarely leaves my hand when I'm not at home, my camera never really leaves my side either, but I'm leaving the camera in the car because I don't want to contaminate. I don't want to be sitting on the couch wondering if I've contaminated stuff that I'm touching all the time and then be stressed. So I'm going in with just my Prime card, and my phone is in my back pocket should I choose to take it out.
Yeah, she handled all the stuff, but she hasn't touched anything. That's really nice about the Model X. You got these doors.
Right, it's been popping a little slow.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to wait in the line.
Yeah, it's actually quite a line. Let's see, I'd say it's 10 groups, which is not bad. They're probably cycling through, like they said. Marianne read me a Facebook post about somebody, a worker, a retail worker said, look, don't come here for entertainment. We know you're bored silly, but don't come shopping for entertainment. We're risking our health to be here to service you, to do specific, come here with a list, get your stuff, and get out of here. And I totally agree. So I noticed another thing here. The social distancing doesn't work quite as well as they get close to the front of the line. Human nature, they compress. There must be no marks on the pavement. I would say they need to put marks, because if people are left to their own to find a 6-foot spacing, they do pretty good at the back when they first get in line, but as they have waited, in her case she's been waiting just a little under less than 10 minutes here, they start compressing as they get towards the front, and it's kind of hard once you compress out the gap. It's hard to add the gap back because you have to make everybody back up. So I would say businesses need to actually put lines on the thing at 6 or 10 foot or whatever they want. Of course, then that would be difficult for people to read. You may not understand the line. So I don't know what hope there is. Maybe we should do those sticks, where you put you see the little kids that have the 2 sticks between them. Who knows? All right, she just went in into Whole Foods there, and so it was 12-minute wait in line. It's now 1:06. Well, here she comes. She's got 2 grocery carts full of stuff. So that girl, she went in and she's been shopping. She's been having withdrawals. It's 2:03, so she was in there 57 minutes. Alright.
So while I waited on the sidewalk, there were yellow pieces of tape, basically 6 feet apart. The guy in front of me did 6-foot sizes, and that was close. There were signs telling people to stay on the lines. One person came out, one person went in. Half the store employees had on masks, the other didn't. Those with masks had gloves. I didn't see anybody with safety glasses on. The manager was out. He's an older guy. He knows me, I know him. He was helping to do stuff, so he was right on the floor with his employees the way you would have thought he would have been. There were signs up limiting quantities, but they didn't seem to be out of anything, and I didn't think any of the limits were bad. Like, they only wanted you to get 5 pounds of ground beef. Now, I told Al I wanted 3 large chunks, just how they had laid them on the tray, and that was probably like 6 pounds, and they weren't being piddly about it, You just weren't going to go in and get 20 pounds of ground beef today. I took a couple of pictures around the store with my phone with the cellophane over it. I took a couple of videos with no sound because I knew you wouldn't be able to hear me. It was less crowded than normal for a Tuesday afternoon, but basically business as usual. I came out with everything I went in for. There was nothing that I didn't get. I got a lot of cream. A lot of cream. I figured we could freeze a couple of the plastic or cardboard containers. We'll look at the freshness date and watch it. I seriously think we have enough groceries between the farm, Whole Foods, and Butcher Box that we will not have to go to a store for 3 weeks. I've got a few treats for Johnny, but not a lot. I did pick up a ham for Easter Sunday, so we would have ham. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I guess some other things they were limiting quantities on was milk and trying to think of what else. Certain other kinds of meat, sugar. They were limiting sugar in Whole Foods. Like, the only reason I was even looking at sugar was for hummingbird nectar. That I buy 1 5-pound thing a year, and it's basically for the hummingbirds. So it was good. I swear I didn't touch my face, my glasses, or nothing, not once. And I'm just gonna sit like this until we get to PetSmart and I get out, although I shouldn't have to touch anything. And then when we get home, Dawn can help me, you know, get out of all this stuff, and I'll go out and I'll play Pokemon Go later this evening. I'm not gonna try to play it going back through. I'm just gonna sit here like this for 30 minutes and it'll be what it'll be. Now, Donnie, my only question for you is, do you want to know how much I spent in there for what I thought was 3 weeks plus of groceries?
No, not really. The other thing,
okay.
I had her put the gloves, the little plastic sandwich gloves, over her other gloves, just in case she was to accidentally brush up against something while we were driving. And besides that, we have to buckle her seatbelt somehow.
Yeah, you might just have to get out and buckle it.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of stuff in the back.
Oh God, I've never left Whole Foods with that, or any grocery store with that much groceries in my entire life. But honestly, I really didn't hoard anything.
Yeah.
I don't really have more than 4 of anything. And I think we can do our part to go back home and stay put for another 3 weeks easy.
Good. All right, I'm gonna get out and buckle your seatbelt here.
Okay.
Looks pretty busy.
Harris Teeter?
Harris Teeter, right, thank you. My kitten, she's keeping her hands, even though they got plastic gloves, she should be fine, but she's not touching anything. Oh my goodness, gas is 47. Wow.
Wow, at Murphy too, Walmart's gas station.
Yeah, 147. People, you know, they said they're gonna cut oil, the refineries are starting to shut down a little bit because of the oversupply.
Yep, there's an entrance and an exit now here at the Walmart.
So she's going in to get the cat food. She bought 72 cans of cat food. Already paid for it. Originally, we anticipated that they were going to come out and put it in the car for us, but we bought so much groceries. The trunk is full, so that means we're going to have to put it in the frunk. In the frunk, you can't expect the PetSmart person to know how to operate the frunk. So here she is. And again, technically, well, now I guess you could say her hands are dirty because of the she probably should pull her little plastic gloves off, but that's okay. This gets back to that practice concept. I've learned with my getting the paper in the mail, that it's very easy to, if you're trying to keep your glove either clean or contaminated, whichever way you're trying to do it, it's very easy to mess up. And so you make a clean hand contaminated by touching something, or you contaminate something by using your dirty hand. It's kind of tricky, because you know, you just automatically using your you know, if so many things is subconscious. So I guess she's coming here to
I think you should shut the front and then come put my seatbelt back on.
Okay, can do. All right, I will do that. The camera is still recording, so let me stop.
So did you still find a podcast for your run, even though you got caught up for a full hour while I was in Whole Foods?
Yeah, I got to listen to Ride the Lightning, and so I'm caught up on Ride the Lightning.
And who are you listening to on your run?
EV News Daily.
Okay, Martin. You're getting caught up with Martin. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Don's going to go for his run. It's 84 out there. He's thrilled to be running in the heat.
Yeah, I'll be nice and sweaty, so I'll get to blow the driveway when I get home.
Yeah, and then he said he's going to tinker with a couple electronics things. Me.
Electrical things, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Me, I'm going to vacuum and then go do my Pokemon Go and then be ready to go cook dinner.
Right.
Yeah, that was a lot of work.
It is.
All those groceries, 3 weeks worth. I did not wash every single thing down. there's no way. I like the plan of don't touch it for a while, or wash it as you use it, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
so
I went and cleaned Ruby with that
Force of Nature.
Force of Nature.
And all the door handles outside.
And the garages and the freezer handle.
Kitchen knobs and refrigerator inside.
All that stuff, and then that's right, inside of here too. So, you know, we've taken a crack at it.
Right.
We brought something in. You know, first of all, we tried to be really careful with using the gloves and stuff, and then you know, if we made a boo-boo there, then hopefully the Force of Nature would cover us up.
I have to say I did not hear or see anyone sick in the store. And of course the main transmission is being right up close to somebody breathing, sneezing, coughing that's sick. And so certainly the mask and the glasses and the gloves should have hopefully taken away the biggest risk factor.
So we've got the N95 mask, the only one we have. I sprayed it with the Force of Nature, and it's hanging out in the garage in a safe place where it won't get messed up. And it'll sit there for a couple, 3 weeks at least. So hopefully by the time we need to use it again, it'll be, any virus on it will have dried up and went away.
Yeah, that's best we can do.
Yeah.
We're trying. Just like everybody else, it's hard.
That's right.
Several nurses been on Facebook showing people exactly how hard it is, and it's hard. Vacuuming handled. Cats seem to be in good shape for now. Time to go for my ride. Oh, good afternoon, Ruby. Well, there are a lot of people at the environmental park today, including a Wake County Sheriff's deputy. Hey there, Donnie.
Hey there. Oh, it's windy.
Keep them cool. Oh, and Don said he was going to blow when he got back from his run. He was serious.
Hey there.
Hey.
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah.
Don't suck in too much of that pollen.
Yeah, this is a dust mask, sanding mask. So yeah, this is because of the pollen, not because of
the virus. Yeah, well, the pollen will kill you too.
Yeah, the pollen is plenty thick.
Wow, yesterday she was using my power tools, and now she's out there cutting the grass. Woo! Am I lucky or am I lucky? Isn't she something? Of course, now that battery is about gone, but we'll see. Maybe it'll finish that little bit. She's doing great. It is self-propelled, which is a big help on this hill. Wow, look at her go. Yeah, it's kicking up on high speed now because that grass is a little high. But, you know, that mower has been very handy. I mean, you know, just put the battery in it and go. bags pretty well. Self-propelled. Yep. She's all but done. Looks really nice. Yeah, I highly recommend, guys, you get your wife an Ego mower. Looky what I got two of, huh? Jealous? I guess they've changed it over the years. This is the old one. I'm sorry, this is the new one. And this is the old one. So the bigger shaft is the old one, the thinner shaft is the new one. I wonder if this saved them a half a penny.